To help us break down the reason more homes are available these days and what a recent round of severe weather has done to this local real estate market. Let's check in with Jay Nix with Compass Real Estate. I mean, we were just talking with Caitlin about this weather. I can't imagine that anybody was trudging to go to open houses or looking to move anything with these kind of temperatures and all the snow everywhere.
Hi, Marina. Good to see you. Yeah, it put a brakes on everything for us. So the consensus among Compass agents and other brokerages, too, is like hold off until after the blizzard's over. And we're seeing a surge of open houses and listings this weekend, despite the Super Bowl. And I will tell you this, the one thing I think that will pop up to the top of everybody's wish list is parking, because that has been a nightmare for those who park on the street. So I think you'll see a lot of people, when they start to look at buying homes or condos this year, they're going to say, I've got to have parking.
Yeah, I think you're right, especially after what we saw, and maybe a garage would be helpful as well. What do you make of sales being up about 9% this time from last year? Obviously, 2025 was so rough on the economy, specifically right here in the DMV because of all the DOGE cuts.
Yeah, it's a very interesting market. It's a very resilient market, and we've all been surprised at how well we've weathered the storm here in the DMV. And it really depends on the neighborhood. It depends on Maryland, D.C., Virginia, where you're looking to buy. So there is demand, and there are people who are buying homes. And despite all the doom and gloom, the layoffs, and this past year, by way of example, we had people. I had buyers moving here from other markets, and for either work or pied-à-terres for grandparents looking to buy to be close to their grandchildren, and just other people who bought smaller homes during COVID and now we're looking to move up and get larger properties. So those are the types of buyers who we're helping keep things in check. Will that be the same this year? Yes, we have a lot of pent-up demand, and people are starting to get adjusted to the 6% or the high interest rates. We're hoping that it'll go down maybe this spring, but people are like, okay, this is what's going to be for the time being. We're going to find a property, buy it, and then refinance down the road. So a lot of factors in play, and the market is being resilient, and I think 2026 is going to be pretty good, despite the chilly start this month.
Yeah, certainly. I just saw some data today on how many people are holding on to those below 3% mortgages, and it's a hefty. It's about a fourth of people have mortgages that are below 3%. 30% of mortgage holders are in that 3 to 4% bracket, and people don't want to give up those low interest rates. Any sense that the spring market, coupled with the fact that rates have lowered a bit and potentially could lower again, could get things moving again?
Well, you bring up a very good point. We saw a new trend last year, and that was delisting. A lot of those people who had those low interest rates and maybe paid a premium for their home during COVID or during that time when you get a 2 to 3% interest rates, impulse buying, if you will, and they've been sitting on those homes and not budging on the price because they can afford to do it. But instead of dropping prices, which you normally do, or be willing to negotiate, they just pulled the homes from the market. So we're hoping we'll see those same sellers relist this spring, maybe at a different price point, or now with the lower interest rates, that the buyers would just try to just suck it up and pay the premium to get in the home.
All right, we'll see what happens. It seems like it's fluctuated from sellers to buyers market, and it's a little bit of back and forth, but hopefully things will stabilize here as the spring market reveals itself. Jay, always good to talk to you.
Yeah, good to see you, Marina. Thank you.